I'm in a club. These niggas is not around. Everybody talking money, I say proving not a sound.
Yo, just to let the camera know I'm not fronting, I'm wearing these necklaces. Maybe put these joints on. He's proud of me. So he wants me to shine, he said. I'm not rich yet.
But it's going to my house party, party. Welcome to my house party, party. Welcome to my house party, party. Welcome to my house party, party. So rock all on my table, bitches in the living room. They gon' ask you at the door.
I know.
Alright.
It's gotta be informal and authentic.
So we can flirt.
Exactly.
Girl.
What's up, Alice?
Yeah, I can't flirt with you too heavy on camera, can I?
Yeah, you're not gonna tell the world that we love each other?
Of course. But they gotta know it's more of like a friendship. So
It is friendship.
It can't be looking like I'm in love with you, but I can't get you.
Or you can't be looking like just we're in love with each other, like.
Well,
because it'd be the chicks that's tweeting at 4 a.m. in the morning from Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know, everybody deserves an equal opportunity.
Everyone deserves an equal opportunity.
I'm single.
Yeah, I guess
how's a single man supposed to act? You can't just meet a girl
Whoa.
and act like you're locked down to immediately, you know?
Well, but so for a woman, how is a single woman supposed to act?
I mean, it depends on what kind of lifestyle you want or what kind of niggas you targeting.
But that's not always fair, because if I'm like, yo, I'm single and I like you, but I'm still single, I can't act a certain way, because then you're gonna be like, yo, that's how she really is.
Well, listen, I mean, it's certain kind of men you gonna have to act different for, though, you know? Like, if you want a regular nigga, then you can be a basic chick, you know? If you want a nigga that's kind of, you gotta be exclusive, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's always different. It's not even like we started this. Like, this is tradition. This is how it's been passed on to us.
It's always a catch-22 with you men.
Of course it is.
Why? This is real right here.
Like I said, it's tradition. I thought you were strong. Get on top of that couch over there and pull it. Okay, get this. Okay. She's closing the scene. This is about to get a steamy interview. You do it all.
It worked. See, teamwork. I wouldn't even thought to do that.
There you go. Yeah.
Dallas Martin.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
Huh?
How did we get here?
What do you mean? Just in general?
You are in LA right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying LA too.
I see that you are.
It's a good city, man. There was a lot of room for growth out here for me. Yeah, I felt like I reached like the ceiling in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, Atlanta's a great city, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it there. I'm always gonna have a crib there. But as far as like what I wanted to do, you gotta be either New York or LA to, you know, to kind of elevate.
You know, it's crazy that we had a conversation not too long ago.
Who did, me and you?
You and I.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like asked you, like, yo, what's your 5-year plan or something?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Nah, but what did I say?
Okay. So in your 5-year plan, like, you got to your destination.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we just had this conversation a few months ago.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
that's kind of crazy.
God is amazing.
And I feel like those are the moments you forget. Like, when we was out the other night, I was like, yo, remember I was here with you.
Yeah, I do.
Remember?
Yeah.
Can we talk about your position?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about it.
You can let it out?
I mean, why not? Listen, you let it out in the club, though.
I let it out in the club? Yo! You looked at me like, did you seriously? Like, everybody in the industry is in there, right?
Definitely turned that into.
I'm like, Dallas Martin, Vice President of Warner Brothers. He was like,
That was
yo.
a move. That was crazy.
I'm excited for you, though.
Yeah.
What does that entail for you? Like, what do you see?
I mean, you know, with Joey taking the position at Def Jam, which was, you know, a great opportunity for him. You know, he left a lot of, you know, artists over at the label as far as, you know, that just needed a point person. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been a point person with Maybach Music to Joey, you know. Always reported to Joey. But now, like, it just kind of left a void for people to kind of step up and, you know, it created room for growth for every young executive that's over there. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, you know, they invested in me as an executive over there. You know, and they gave me an opportunity to take on the challenge of being, you know, VP.
But even like furthermore than that, because I also was having a recent conversation with one of my friends, just in music, and just saying like, I think sometimes it's like you guys are sometimes the unsung heroes in the sense of it could be like, yo, Dallas is young because you're fairly young, and yo, he already has VP versus like, no, you really worked really hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's important to say, because in the conversation I was having with my friend, I'm like, no, but you know, you gotta understand it's not about the age circuit right now. Like, you work really hard.
It can't be about age if you're delivering. At the end of the day, you know, they gave me an opportunity, and you know, and I was prepared for the challenge.
Right.
They made me A&R at the label. Me and Joey did the Maybach deal together, you know, which was definitely a relationship-driven deal because you know everybody wanted Maybach Music at the time. And I had a great relationship with Ross because my intern for Shakira Stewart at Def Jam.
Okay.
So me and Ross, I've been on Ross since I started. So if anybody knows Ross, he's a great observer of talent, musically and executive-wise. And he always watched my growth, so it wasn't a joke to him when I called him and I was really interested on doing the deal with Maybach, you know?
How do you say that, though? Because that's kind of... Because even in this industry, a lot of things are relationship driven, but it's also sometimes it's a fine line to say. Because I could call you and be like, Dallas, like, and you trust what I'm saying as a businesswoman, but we have a personal relationship. But sometimes that
So you know, everybody that knows him, he's a great businessman. So if he didn't feel like I was prepared already enough to go in business with him, or make the right opportunities for him and his artists, he wouldn't even entertain the conversation.
And to talk about the right opportunities for him and his artists.
Yeah.
Wale did number one, huh?
Yo, Wale did the great #1 rap album of the year. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
When he came out, he did a great job. #1 single with Lotus Flower Bomb. Man, Wale put his heart and soul into the album.
Right.
Everybody, he was the underdog. Everybody counted him out. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to prove the world that he was talented. He wanted to prove to the world that he's one of the best lyricists in the game. And he's one of the dopest artists that I've ever been around. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not many young people these days that put so much passion into their music and is that serious. While they wake up every day, probably 7:30, thinking about how he's gonna make the next biggest record to change the world. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of the people that just don't play around. He goes to the studio at noon. You know what I'm saying? So he'll work all day, you know what I'm saying, and leave at night. He has time to go do what he need to do. But he's a very hard worker. Everyone on MMG is a hard worker.
Yeah.
Mika's an extremely hard worker. He's working out, so, you know.
He's working right now in the other room.
He's getting to it. He's working on his debut album, which is going to be a classic. And, you know, everybody on the team want each other to win. So it's just a great space.
Is that almost like the formula, too? Because sometimes you're not really good. Sometimes the labels, or just in general in business, it's hard to, like, you're around people that don't necessarily want you to win. So you're battling your own team.
Yeah, the greatest thing about Warner Brothers is just a collective group of young executives.
Yeah.
Everybody's young and everybody has something to prove. So we all generally want each other to win. You got a great staff, you got great people in marketing, publicity, everything. So, you know, it's just a good family-oriented team. So when you got that kind of vibe and energy going through without the building, you know, it just creates like it creates that energy. Everybody wants to work hard. You know, everybody wants to do good for each other. Everybody wants to see each other do good. And you know, it's important when you got a young group of artists. So we're breaking on new artists.
Right. So, which is actually a very difficult thing.
Man, that's crazy, especially break rappers in 2012.
Yeah.
The hardest thing to do.
Because there's a lot of rappers out there everywhere, and then with the internet, just like being number one.
Yeah, you really gotta separate yourself.
Right.
So.
I'm proud. I'm happy.
Thank you.
And I think I want to go on record saying I feel you deserve it. Because I know how hard you work. You can't even have a girlfriend because you work so hard.
Yeah, I mean everybody can have a girlfriend, right? Girls can have girlfriends too.
No, but you can't have a girlfriend because you work hard.
You know what? To be honest, man, I'm not even
In that state of mind, I'm not in that space. I can't even.
But you know, I'm not saying if I
Married to the hustle.
Of course, but not saying if I didn't meet the right woman, I would take it serious and kind of build something special. But you never know how things go.
You never know how things go down.
Yeah, it can get crazy.
Okay, well, I love you. I think we did.
Run for my niggas. Stay scheming. Niggas tryna get it.